The location we're going to is an Ecolab. It's to the forward left. We're gonna rotate counterclockwise and hit the entrance. I've been in this Ecolab a couple times, so I have a relatively good memory of where the NPCs are. But if I make a mistake, it's not my fault, it's the hardware's fault. We shall begin.
Taking a bold approach here.
This is not, I hit every bullet. It's absolutely not me. We'll re-heal, and because we're shielded, we continue to advance. Let's get into it. Let's pressure this. Let's pick up the tempo. I'm gonna go here, rotate left, compel core. Thank you. And dispatch him easily. We're relatively safe here. This character is by himself. His mate was dispatched. We're shielded. We're in shadow, and we're inside. This is the entrance of our Ecolab location. I used compel there as one of my skills. In the very beginning of the game, we do not have access, like Vilja said, to all 3 skills. You must experience a certain narrative event before they come online.
Yeah. You probably have gotten it at this point in the game,
yes.
Because it's like 10 hours in or something.
Do you remember which tier we're in right now?
Steel?
Steel tier?
Well, this one is steel tier, but it's placed in Iron tier area.
Right, it's the challenging Ecolab.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites because it is quite long. It has very interesting disposition of rooms, and it forces you to really, really work, especially for the tier that it's in. So we're gonna make our way down the hall. Actually, no, we'll save that for later. I was thinking about activating the pressing state, but I think we'll save that for later. So let's see, we have 2 characters here. They don't know we're here. We will, no, we won't do that. We'll just open up with a scattergun. Oh, no, okay, that was my mistake.
You could though, like if you crouch, you're actually making less noise.
This is one of the things that is not often evident, because if you crouch your character, you do not generate audio movement events. What that means is that if you can predict which way NPCs will move, you can get much closer to them to do what I essentially did here, which is get the scattergun in a much, much closer position.
Yeah, and the scattergun obviously is better at close range because it scatters a lot of pellets, a lot of darts.
We will push through. Let's have a look.
Yeah, because the scattergun is basically like your shotgun approach in other games.
The other interesting element here is that, as Vilja said prior, we don't only. Oh, I missed.
Oh, that was a
that's
nice dodge from
Let's not. Oh, I'm shielded. He's not going to do anything. It's okay. We're fine. We're overpowered. One of the things that Vilja mentioned before is that because of the setting, because of the Holzman technology, and because of how we need to value, there has to be value to attacking something, but not really taking its hit points away, which is where staggers and the stagger mechanics really come in. For example, with the scattergun is one of the best tools you have to force a stagger at short range, not melee range, but at short range, to a target that you manage to land all of your darts on. So we're going to continue advancing, explore this space. Shall we activate the special?
Just wait till you get in a little bit of trouble.
Let's get a bit of trouble. So, kind of along the corridor, I will zoom in with my magical Mark 1 eyeball to try to spot the baddies as we advance ever so slowly. No. There we go. Right, let's pull back.
Just
Main
me
charge,
in there.
we proceed to compel, tactically withdraw.
He didn't.
Heroically running away.
Oof. Okay, I need to. This is the other element. We need to disposition them. Oh, he didn't get through. Oh, just dodging. Please push through. Nice. I need to. I have my abilities.
So we see it's very much about positioning and tactical combat.
1, 2, 3. You staggered, push through, push through, push through. Nice.
And as you saw, the NPC was actually doing a knee charge against you because they have the same abilities as we do.
And he's on reload, and I follow through.
He was just reloading. Yes, nice.
Successfully. We might actually get NPCs to maybe be a little bit more clever with when they reload versus shielded characters. That's a future team conversation.
Maybe you can at least imbibe some spice beer so you're ready for it.
Absolutely. Let's see. Let's take before we go any further. Let's 1. Now push our bar upwards, and we have to wait a few ticks for it to get ready. We're not going to trigger it yet. We're going to wait for the go signal before we get spicy.
Also, you can do that via food or drinks, but also sometimes it kind of goes up organically.
I mean, if you go to a spice field, you will inhale spice directly.
And you can also see the particles in the air. You actually see it. That's very interesting.
Impale. And then we follow through, or we keep eyes out for the other characters here.
Oh, finish him.
Oh, no!
Oh, he's gonna come.
Oh, I didn't press keyboard fault, not my fault. I actually tried to dodge, or technically dash. Push through the shield. Nice.
So you saw the shotgun there staggering the enemy and then following through with the blade.
My objective there was to read the telegraph on the knee charge and move tactically to the side. I had failed. I pressed the wrong button, but it's okay. Success was still had. Right, and here, because we're in an eco lab, it is actually not the easiest place. Should we activate our power here?
Sure.
Let's
Go
do
for
it.
it.
So, we're entering the prescient state. As Vilja said prior, we have increased output of damage, we have reduced cooldowns on our abilities, and more importantly, we have information. And information is ammunition that we can use to succeed.
Yeah, you have to actually see the enemies first, but once you do, you are conscious of where they are.
So, I will actually try to utilize the playstyle of this character build to its optimum. I will float and fight.
I see someone.
In the fight, please hit. Please hit. No, okay. No, like, not that way.
You did see the buff activate
Yeah,
though
yeah.
on the right side from
You
your
want to heal?
passives
I need to engage
while
this
you were
friend.
floating.
Dash sideways. 1, 2, 3, dash away.
Eyes on
Fence.
target.
Parry. Follow through.
Shields up.
Success.
And since you're spec'd, you're on the same tier as them basically, it's just one slow blade. If you go against higher tiered enemies, you will have to use more of those, so that's obviously more challenging.
Normally, the first time players experience a location that they're undergeared for, they need to be much. Ooh, okay, let's proceed to melee. Yeah, and you shall. Okay.
From what we saw there was that you were blocking, you weren't parrying, you were
Yeah.
holding block actually.
I didn't feel comfortable in the situation to try to risk it. How did he die? I guess he exploded. That's interesting. Let's
Well,
push
then-
forward. Let's see what we encounter. Let's actually reload our equipment. Reload. There we go. This next button. No, that's the same button. Reload this button. There we go. And this last one is already ready to go.
You also see now, of course, that the spy's prescient bar goes
It's
slowly
going
down.
down. Yeah.
And as you saw there, Alex was preparing before the next encounter. You really should prepare before you go into every encounter.
Especially if you play solo, right?
Yeah.
You have to be
Yeah.
way more careful right now if you play solo like this.
Usually it's okay. It's just a question of how many resources players are willing to sacrifice for their speed and or efficiency. Let's actually throw a Seeker. Bang.
But we also see here what you mentioned earlier when we talked about solo and group play. Like Alex is really trying to be able to pick his fights, right? Like trying to separate enemies, trying to go for cover,
This is a heavy
use his ability
vehicle.
to not have to fight everyone.
Yeah.
At the
I
same
compelled the heavy there to force them into a long CC effect while dispatching his friend. I'm going to come back now and solve the problem. Okay? Oh no.
And this is the first time we see a heavy in this.
Let's see,
this
let's
equal.
switch the disruptor and we need to use our explosive damage to get a little bit of chip on him. Not that much chip, but let's see what happens. We're going to go in. 1, 2, 3. Push through. Disengage, see if he decides to bubble. No. Another hit. Okay. No. And then
Because-
And yeah, this guy has a minigun, and they're very good at taking down your shield as well.
One of the
Oh,
Nice.
that was very close.
he was
Okay.
just about to do a suspensor blast, which would incapacitate Alex.
One of the big things that players will experience is that even though, as we listed prior, even though an individual character is quite easy to handle, the second you mismanage space or mismanage resources, it becomes very, very tricky. I need to stop speaking and focus. It becomes very, very tricky to handle the output that everything is throwing, which is why I need to try to focus these guys down quickly. CC him, disengage, reposition.
I jokingly say running away bravely, but like it's really a tactic.
It's a smart tactic sometimes.
You
yeah.
should try to get away from it, regroup, and then go back in with a plan. Because going up against a lot of enemies solo is tricky.
Right, let's progress for, okay, this way. It looks interesting. Let's have a look. Right, that appears to be a rain. Ooh, okay, let's check this way. Rotating, rotate. Aha,
heavy.
right. So again, we'll compel him away from this problem, and then we'll press the opposite direction. And we'll try to dispatch his turns quickly. And it's not me, it's the hardware. Into melee, blocking.
Oh.
No, I failed. Okay, knee charge. Knee charge successful, push through.
Boom.
Abilities allow you to bypass. Can I? Yes, I can. No, okay. Pull away, pull away. The reason I pulled away is because I noticed my stamina, which is why my abilities were not usable. I pulled away to regenerate my stamina, re-heal to be safe. I could probably have succeeded the fight. I just didn't want to choose to risk my resources because everything in Dune costs time, costs investment. Why risk when you can make things a little bit more successful?
Right, and you might even have lost your shield because of the minigun that you used.
Push through.
And I'll mention for the beta players that we're doing a big rework or iteration on stamina. So a lot more things will cost stamina. Stamina won't always regenerate depending on actions that you do. You won't regenerate stamina as you sprint, for instance. We have a few more fixes coming in for this as well, but it will be a much more valuable and an important aspect of combat.
This version is not on the beta, right?
No, this is
No,
not on the
this
beta.
one-
Right, so
not
this
on
is
the
the
beta.
first time beta players could be potentially seeing the changes that are upcoming.
Yeah.
Interesting. Lovely lore tidbit. Let's press the button. People can enjoy the text on screen while we proceed to succeed.
That's actually the boss that is talking.
It's the leader of this this area, Inhaler.
I don't see any contacts. We'll push forward and further and okay. This looks like a space with something. Here we go. Right. So my press instinct has depleted,
Oh yeah.
which is why I don't see the character's lovely highlights to tell me what they're about to do. So I need to choose when to go in with much less information.
And we can see here what's happening now is that he's in withdrawals. We can't actually consume spice. He needs to wait for that bar to go down, then he can consume spice. However, he will have to consume more spice now than he did in the first round because his tolerance is growing. And this can go up to quite a high level where you'll have to consume a lot of spice in order to be able to go pressure.
Shall we consume spice? Let's see. Oh wait, no. I will know. I will focus on the gameplay. Right, dispatched. Okay, let's see what this character is doing. Okay, he thinks I'm there. Let's compel. One.
Shields
Break
up.
away. Scattergun. See what he does. Aha, I'm not there anymore. And I can't hit him. Great. Wait, again.
Is this the server acting up?
Let's see what happens. We're gonna finish and get our success opportunity.
Oh.
No.
Here we
Back.
go.
Shield ball.
Leaving. Nice. And let us rearm and re-equip. We'll press this button to rearm this gun. We'll press this button that's already reloaded. Scattergun is reloaded. Disruptor ready. Let's rock and roll. Right, I kind of know this layout. We're gonna go down the stairs. And further and further. Let's see again. Shall we? Let's use that and use more. And spice is the fuel of the Empire. It is a lovely resource. It is expensive, but we are on Arrakis. Therefore, unlike most characters in the universe, we have easy access to it.
And to be fair, we're cheating right now a little bit when it comes to spawning items, spawning the beer.
It's fine. Mostly. Let's observe.
No, but
our
you will be
surroundings.
able to craft spice beer, spice coffee yourself, and you'll also sometimes find it in loot.
Grenade, okay. That's a
And
grenade
again,
this
if you're
way.
like getting
is
close to spice field, it would also.
Happens
Yeah.
if I don't dispatch them quickly. See, I can shoot. I can float and shoot as well. No, I have to
Oh.
reload. That's a mistake, Alex. There we go. My shield almost popped. This is from two attackers. Okay, less speaking, more focus. Sorry. What is he doing? He's getting compelled. He will approach. And he'll get stabbed. Nice. Disruptor, reloaded. Rifle, scattergun, reload. Hello. Pressing forward and further. Are we alone? We're alone. We continue. I believe we are 2 rooms away from our final destination. Let's see how well we overcome this. We have 1 shooter, 1 fighter, and oh, that's another one. Okay, I will try to quickly compel away. What's that problem? Focus on this problem. Explosive floating bomb, go down. You decided to... Oh, that's a misplay. Oh, parry! I'm sorry. I will counter your parry with my knee. Successful. Oh, that's his friend. Parry.
Nice.
Counter. Rotation. Fantastic. Do I have to heal? And I just run out of stamina at the end. And they're very much pushing me. This character is actually also, like Vilo was saying beforehand, a little bit pushed to the further end of progression. So I have some things that are helping me. I'm unhydrated. Where's there a water location?
Exactly.
Can I find some water here?
That, to the right there.
There's
No, I thought it was.
Let me do a quick rotation around this room to see if there's a water container somewhere in here that I can exploit. Else I'll have to go another way. Well, we won't have to. We'll just... Yeah, let's get... no, sorry. One more. Let's just check this room here up ahead. Maybe. Oof. There we go. We shall drink.
Nice.
Get more stamina. Is there a second?
No.
No? No? Okay, 1 is enough. Even without the bonus, it's good not to go too far close to the red. All right, let's continue our experience.
This gives me anxiety to just walk past loot boxes. That is like so.
Sorry, developers.
Gotta open all the boxes.
Developers. Yeah. Let's continue through. Okay, let's check this corridor. Nice. Okay. Right, and I believe we ought to be somewhere near one of the
Yes.
primary events.
So this is where we come to the blood door. You can pass through, but you cannot exit until you've taken care of all the enemies inside.
The terminology of a blood door is started off as an internal keyword for us. These are technically Holtzman shields that have been specifically configured for very, very specific purposes to make a gameplay experience better for the player. We shall proceed through. Now,
And if you look back at the door, you can see that you can't actually exit now.
however, your friends can follow through.
Yeah.
And sometimes not friends also follow.
This is true.
And this is where some of the deep desert ecology become very, very interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so in this location we have a big gameplay space, 3 paths, left, middle, and right, and there is also an underside. I happen to know this because I've reviewed this Ecolab a couple of times, and I will pretend like I don't, but I do. We will engage with this piece of content doing a clockwise rotation, going left and around. Let's see how well we do. We will try not to aggro too much because, as we saw previously, if I make a mistake, I am punished. We will try to minimize mistakes, and again, crouching to not risk being heard until we absolutely have to. That's a heavy. This is a bad location. I should not have gone this way. I need to use this box to keep cover from the heavy. Let's see how long my shield can hold before I... Oh! Nice, okay. Please shield, shield, shield. What is he doing? Shield, shield, compel. Run through. We will not fight him because we don't have the resources to. We will engage. No, I missed. Oh, yeah. No, stop. Please stop. Okay, stab, stab, stab. Finish, crouch. Get below line of fire.
Kill them all.
That guy doesn't see us yet. Okay, we have resources. We're going to go in. This was a marksman that I happen to know is here. He's quite dangerous if he is not dispatched quickly. They proceed to stack up a lot of poison damage on our players. We will not fight the heavy because that is a dangerous proposition. Instead, continue to rotate around the location to dispatch his friend. Actually, let me see. Maybe it's not so bad. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of this guy before we get into too much trouble. Compel, advance. No, Alex. Stab the body. Stab. No, get away. In charge. No, I don't have any stamina. No.
That's exactly when it comes down to resource management.
I'm too eager right now.
Power
yes.
tools.
Did that push through? No, it didn't. Try again. Dash in. And yes. Great. Follow. Staggered. Push through. There we go.
Even a combat designer can play perfectly every single time. That's
It's the
totally fine.
hardware. Please don't blame me.
It's the hardware and the
okay.
gaming chair.
I am actually disappointed that my pressing state is depleted yet again. It is not very efficient to not know how many hit points the opposition has.
Well-
However, we will make do.
Normally people won't explain so much as they have the pressure and state basically because you lost quite a bit of it
Yes.
there. It does last for quite some time. Oh,
Did I get? Let's pull back a little bit. See what happens. It's a heavy and a.
and aside from combat like this now, he's in withdrawal, and you start seeing these pink elements showing up every now and then. So after a while, you might start seeing things that aren't there if you trigger pressions too often.
Why I said spice can influence your character in all different kinds of ways.
So you almost had a shield
Almost
there.
have a shield. Come on, push through. No, not enough. Next weapon. Oh, successful. Okay, great. And then let's look around to see. Let's actually reload before we push further. Disruptor, rifle, scat gun, fantastic. Rifle equipped. Let's see what we see. I believe we have cleared the left and right, and now we need to have a look in the middle. Yep, yes we do.
Have we cleared it?
Let's have a floating detonator. 3, 2, 1, click. Some damage.
Yeah, so this assault seeker actually has double functionality where you can throw it and it will explode on contact, or you can trigger it as it moves towards the target, or past the target even.
Push through the shield. Nice. Reload equipment. Reloaded. Reloaded. Oh, hello. No. Wait. I'm not ready. Wait. Get your turn. Floating bomb. Yeah. Oh, I missed time that. That was too far. Go and reload. Oh, push headshot. Yes. There we go. Great. Let's heal some health.
We see that the door is still locked over there, so there's enemies
There's still
left.
some enemies.
Yeah, that's the way we need to go. So we need to find the remainder of the encounters.
Yeah,
Hey, and from this vantage point,
some floating maybe.
we will absolutely succeed float.
That's where your build comes into play.
Okay. No, bad. No, that's also bad. Please don't. I have to confront him. I don't have any. Oh, get away.
That's my experience with this.
Disruptor?
That's my experience with this Ecolab as well. It can get out of hand really
Yeah.
quickly if you're not very careful. If you solo this
Where is
one.
it? Okay, heal. Where's the heavy? If he's around the corner, I'll rotate right. 1 health pack, 2 health pack. Stay low. Stay low, stay safe. I have stamina, I have resources. Go. Okay, let's go. Daggers to hand. He was right here. There he is. Quantum bomb. Bam.
I'm just choosing to ignore you.
1.
Oh, you got me.
Okay. Knee to the face. Dagger through. And run away. Give me my cooldowns back. And stamina. Stamina's 1. Compelled. Dagger. This is all about risk minimizing. I could have been much more aggressive. I could have risked my durability of my equipment. I chose not to. I believe we have mostly cleared the space. Let's have a reload and a look-see. Here we go. Right. Let's get back upstairs. To there. To there.
Yeah,
we
you see
go.
the door is green there. So we're not going to go through the next room. That's where Inna Hiller, the leader of this Ecolab or this testing station, is. We're gonna end the solo play at this point.
Yep. I love
Not spoil the boss here.
No,
Yes.
that's
Even though
probably
we heard her talk actually earlier, so I was like, I'm not gonna kill her this time around.